Guys, the Big 12 slow another news day, but the Big 12 championship odds were released for the Big 12 conference for football. Vegas released them, I should say. OU's the favorite, 7-4 odds. Texas is the second favorite, 2-1 odds. OSU 5-1, I believe. No, Mark.
Oh no, sorry. I was
okay.
grooving.
Okay. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on our
to,
YouTube channel, Mark's dancing. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I wasn't able to actually find these odds at any of my
weird
non-existent books. So
I take it back. I have it right in front of me. So yeah, Texas 2-1, OSU 5-1, Baylor 15-2.
That's plus 750. I hate that they do numbers that way.
Iowa State coming in at number 5, 12-1. TCU 14-1 odds. Texas Tech 40-1. That's 4-0. Same for West Virginia, 4-0, 40-1. 50-1 Kansas State, though that's low. Kansas coming in at 300-1 to win the Big 12 conference. Anything intrigue you about this? Because I'm about to go off on Texas just real quick whenever the time comes. So go ahead, jump in.
Boys.
I mean, again, it's very early season odds. I mean, I appreciate OU being number one. I feel like when OU comes in kind of behind the scenes a little bit, like we're not in a top 10 ranking or we're not like the favorites to do, I feel like we come out a lot stronger. Now, maybe that's just previous regimes of just not preparing and living up to the hype. But I kind of like it when we're a little bit behind the scenes, playing behind. It's kind of like that Baker Mayfield year when I think we were double-digit seed at like 11 or 12 and ended up making it into the playoffs. So preseason odds, I'm just ready for the season to start to see, what Brent Venables and company actually shows out. And hopefully we can live up to the hype because there's a lot of hype out there for sure.
What you got, Pat? Anything surprise you?
Yeah, no, nothing surprising. I agree with Matt. I like it when we're kind of ranked a little lower coming from behind. However, I think these are spot on.
Okay. You think they're
spot on.
Okay. Mark, what about you?
So a few things. Kansas State at 50-1 is cute, but don't actually spend your money. Deuce Vaughn's not winning a conference on his own. I have some stuff on Texas, but I'll see if I can work it into your thing on Texas.
Okay.
If there's a way to do that.
I'll be quick.
No, you don't need to be. I'm just, I'll find my space. And OU at plus money is a gimme.
Yeah.
It's a gimme.
Yeah.
If you have looked at everything that Coach Venables and the staff has done this spring, and you've seen the pedigree and the years of success that the staff has put together, and you're not like, oh yeah, they can make all of this 4- and 5-star talent work, then I guess we're just looking at a different thing.
Yeah.
Because we've still got the most talented roster in the Big 12, and stack our coaching staff against any, I would take them.
Yeah.
So plus money, man. The reason I was looking is because I was betting, but wasn't able to find it. So I will cede the mic at that.
Yeah. So my biggest problem with this, if I'm OSU, I feel hella disrespected at Texas 2-1. If I'm OU, I'm disrespected at Texas being 2-1 odds, even second. I get that the name is Texas and they're a big name, and this is what happens every offseason. We build them up, and then they disappoint. This team is being flaunted to us as a legitimate contender for not only a conference championship, but a playoff spot. This is the exact same team, besides a quarterback, who lost to Kansas, who went 5-7, who looked like an absolute dumpster fire. Folks, they have the same coach. You want to tell me about Xavier Worthy being so good? And he is. This is not a knock on Xavier Worthy. You want to talk to me about Bijan Robinson being so good? Absolutely. He's fantastic. Those guys were on the team last year when they went 5-7. Quinn Ewers comes in. He hasn't taken a legitimate snap of college football. He couldn't win the job at Ohio State. What makes you think he's going to be good enough to win a conference title or even compete for a national title? It drives me up a wall whenever we build Texas up for this. I don't understand it. They're the same team. They're the same team. Also the same team who kept a coach on staff who had a freaking monkey who bit a kid's finger off or whatever, bit a kid.
Owned by a
Yeah,
shepherd girlfriend.
and
Yeah.
Mason, I agree with
Pole
you there.
assassin.
I agree with most of what you said. I'm also pro hate Texas. I just think that
Yeah.
it is the same team. And if it's going to happen, like they're going to be good in the next few years, I think this year may be the year because they are the same team. They do have the same weapons and they could step up. I think that's just a possibility. And part of the reason why I said that, I think this may be spot on because it's the third year of their head coach. Decent players in their second year. Okay.
So, yeah, you're fine.
Second year. But and so that's
Points-
kind of my
points
reasoning
still
for it. It
stands.
doesn't
Yeah.
super surprise me. And they
My
could do it.
my
I
biggest go ahead, Mark.
Well, just all we've heard this offseason is about the terrible culture at Texas.
Yeah.
All we hear is that the older players don't want anything to do with the younger players because the younger players don't want anything to do with football. All the kids there are there because they secured a bag. And my point was the exact thing Mason said. It is Bijan Robinson and Xavier Worthy, who are phenomenal players. There's no taking anything away from those guys, and a quarterback we've never seen before on a college football field. So at 2-1 is to get people to bet it, because if Texas was the plus 450 that they should be, they're not going to get as much handle on that as they will at plus 200. So that's what it is there. But this is a ridiculous call. It's so mean to the bettors to do this.
And we don't have to spend much longer on this as my dogs freak out. I think my fiance's home. So you think about Texas and you think about how, this is a team that they're bringing all these guys back and all this stuff. They were 5-7. Yeah. Last year. Yeah, for sure. But this year's a new year. Think about it really hard in college football. What team goes 5-7 and then competes for a national title in college football? In the NFL, it's completely different. You can go 4-12 one year and be in the dance. In college football, you don't see anybody do that because the teams that compete for titles are already solidified powers. They get a little bit better every year, which causes them to get a little bit better. Texas has a disparity that's that big. You're telling me they're going to make that up and then some with the same roster and a different quarterback? No way. I can't buy it, man. I just can't. I don't get it.
Well, that's why they had 0 draft picks. So they're all coming back. They're all coming back to the team.
Again,
That's why.
yes, Matt.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
I think that's the kind of wild thing with Texas is like they do get so much talent in the door that every season is just a lottery ticket. And it's just like, yeah, we're probably not going to win, but maybe we win. And then we'll be back after we beat Georgia.
I know. It's crazy.
So dumb.
Yeah, let us know what you think in the comments on YouTube. Is Texas back? let us know in the comments on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube page. What'd you say, Mark?
No, that's it. You got it.
Yeah. Okay.